This is Mike Keyhart, who is on the board. And this is a Lyme victim. This is Vicky Stewart. Many of you might have known her mom. She's a good friend of mine, Joanne. Jennifer's told me I went too far last time. So here's what she has available. Dan Calkins, who could not be here tonight, he last Tuesday, but he can't come tonight. He's given us a lot of help legislatively, and then he paid for all of this information, which I will get to you at some time. A quick story. Recently, I had an issue with health, and I've been through this system for about 4 months and had all kinds of issues. It's cancer, and I was thinking about the fact that every doctor has checked with me. They send me notices when I'm supposed to come. They're supposed to do all that. And then I think of Melissa Keyhart, our daughter, who is chronically ill for 12 years with Lyme disease and co-infections. I don't think she's ever had anybody follow up with her. And certainly finding a pulmonologist has been almost impossible because of the happened with the Lyme. What I thought about tonight, and I can make this very quick. Illinois Lyme Association has an excellent website. Anybody who wants to know anything can probably find it there. I was just telling Vicki, because they're finding more and more studies of interest to you, young lady, is on mental health issues. So they're finding a couple of these almost destroy the brain. And Johns Hopkins, Columbia, and someplace in Boston have done that. And Jennifer's going to send me that information, but she wanted you to know this. She can come to Macon County. She's been here before, if we take her to dinner. And she's been doing this in other counties. She can do up to 45 minutes in a workshop. I can provide lunch or snacks or something if you want. And there's staff workshops, so you can invite whomever you want. But she will be more, and that's an introduction to this whole tick and what happens. I was just talking to this young man who lives on a farm and the ticks. After that, I would suggest, and I will volunteer Mr. Keyhart or I, that a very small task force get started in addressing a couple of things that are a lot easier than what I said about getting a doctor. Resources out of University of Illinois Natural History Group does most of the research around here, well, in the state, in regards to ticks and diseases. They will test ticks. They're very informative. They do tick drags, and then you take a piece of white corduroy and you put on a hazmat suit and you go through and pull it. There's Dr. Turner High there. And they can train people to do that. But more importantly, they are a powerful resource on information about Lyme disease. The other group is the Illinois Medical Society, who has bought into Lyme disease. And then this is IGeneX. IGeneX is the best testing site in the United States. And they will do workshops as well. It is very difficult if you want to, the tests are about $2,000, I think. We got them covered with insurance now. They will come and talk to that. When I checked in Macon County to see who could draw the blood and do it, has to be shipped out that day. We went to a local hospital, for which Mr. Keyhart and I have been closely associated for years. Couldn't do it. We were there 5 hours. Missed the deadline to get it sent out after they figured out how to do it. And then I had to run it to his office, who had a later UPS or FedEx pickup, and we got it out there. But you get a lot of information about the various co-infections. So this company, and I'll leave this for you, this company is well worth learning what they do, because they are by far, I don't know anybody that does it like this. They're the tops. And they've worked with the Lyme Association big time. In fact, helping sponsor their golf thing.
Linda, we got 1 more minute.
Okay, registry. The last thing I would suggest is that we begin to have people sign up if they have Lyme disease, so we know what's happening.
And I tell you what, just real quick, I'll just interject for a second. I was thinking about you guys today because the gal works in the office at work. Mm-hmm. She had somebody go in there and she found a tick on her desk.
Yep.
We're not near any woods or anything else. And she got all the guys come and look at it and said, yeah, that's definitely a tick.
Their dog, you get on the
desk.
Squirrel.
So,
I don't know.
these things can show up anywhere.
It could
I don't know.
be any place.
She's
Now,
listening down
Hunter,
about it.
that deer carries about 80 ticks on its neck.
Yeah.
So I will help you, or task will I'll do whatever you want. And I guess tonight I would like to beg you to become interested in this so that nobody experiences what the Keyharts had with their daughter. And on her behalf, I truly beg you to, let's get something moving. If it's no more than the workshop that Jennifer has a big grant from DNR, and she's delightful, and she's worked with Dan Calkins and all of the legislators from this area. That's how we got the bill passed to pay for some of these tests. She's terrific, and everybody loves her when she talks, right, Mike?
Where's she from? Galesburg?
Alito.
Alito.
On her road in Alito, Illinois, which is right by the Illinois River, or Mississippi, right? Mississippi. Everybody on the road, a member of the family has Lyme disease.
Oh.
And her 7-year-old daughter got off the school bus, landed on the ground, and a year later, they finally figured out she had Lyme disease. And she's now a senior in high school, and like our daughter, Foggy, and
So like you're
Linda,
one,
I'm sorry. Linda, can you leave that information that you brought with you? Because that's something you can leave here for us. Okay, and if you can, give that to Lindsay then before you leave. Appreciate you taking the time
Okay.
to kind of talk with us.
And I know Lindsay is new and this is a big deal, but I will help. I used to work here, I can do it, and I will. I'm sure you help with my background, so help you.
Thank you, Linda, appreciate it.
Okay, that's it. And now, Vicki, you want to hear anything from Vicki? I asked her to come. She doesn't like to talk.
I got in 2001, didn't know for about 5 or 6 years, I ended up being bedridden. I still can't walk very far, it's been so many years. And then when I figured out what I had to go down to Missouri to get help. And then found out that's what my daughter had. My grandson, they said I had autism, high functioning, had Lyme disease.
And your dad,
My
probably.
dad probably too. So
You know, I've known you for a long time, I had no idea.
yeah, no
We went to
stimulants
the
around.
Central Christian together about 1 million years ago.
So,
Thanks for
yeah,
coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, the key parts.
Appreciate it.
Any other
Thank
public
you.
comments?
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you want to know about blood cancer, I can talk about that too.
Hi, my name is Abir Motin, and this was wonderful to hear people come to help, you know, citizens of Decatur, Illinois, and surrounding areas. People do need, you know, good people like them to come here and offer opportunities. Also, what I want to ask is for Decatur and Macon County all together, if we could work together into getting holistic healing naturally, whether mentally or medically. Holistic is more natural and it's safer and it's more long lasting without side effects. You know, here,
I don't
people.
believe you, but I agree.
Thank you. You know, here and elsewhere, there's people who try to bait, sabotage a person's health, and they want to heal them after they baited them. You know, that's not right. Usually, there's good doctors and there's plenty of bad ones. And so I wanted to advocate for everyone that we all need a safer community with safer ways of healing, with opportunities of natural, the keyword natural. They opened up Harristown Dispensary. People are competing, you know, with marijuana sales and the drug and methamphetamine and cocaine, crack, heroin, you name it, they're making it, they're competing with them. And so if we could work together into slowing down the dispensing of medication like narcotics and oxycodones and all that they mix in, and, you know, focus on more natural healing, it's better. And then if you can also document the medications, put it in a computer system, because people are selling drugs. Drugs is moving fast. That would be good because, I mean, doctors, some of them are just writing, you know, prescriptions of narcotics left and right, and people are overdosing and they're killing their friends and families and stuff. And so if we can help to keep this community safer and more natural, keyword natural, instead of sacrificing people, that would be great. Also, I want to focus on, my body is not for donation, and people want my body parts to help others. There's people involved in trying to sacrifice me to save many people, and it's like they're not giving me a right to life. And, there are people involved in corruption, jealous of family trees, wanting to ruin the real family trees, sacrifice us for others. I've never killed anybody in my life, and I never intend to. I hope not to. But, I was wondering if you can like do some kind of auditing, audit doctors, nurses, and employees on more natural healing than anything else, because Decatur is really overdosed. It's an overdose community. We've got an overdose problem in Decatur, Illinois, and we need to help to stop that. And
You got 20 seconds, ma'am.
yes, well, thank you for allowing me to speak, and it was wonderful seeing you all, and take care and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else for public comment? Okay, hearing none, moving on, approval of previous meeting minutes. Make a motion, I'll second. All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Did we cover, does that cover closed meeting minutes as well? So is that good for you? Okay, I want to make sure. Okay. Board education. Have anything, Lindsay? Okay. Board action, not there at this time. Presentation, acceptance of financial report. And I guess if anybody has questions, they want to direct them to you.
Yes, so, as you guys may know, our CFO, our most recent CFO resigned back at the beginning of July. So the happy news is that we do have a new person starting in that position on Monday. And she has been working within the county, Macon County, for 19 years. And she's very, very familiar with this line of work and with grants and with grant reporting. She has her eyes on our budget every single year already. So I'm very excited that she's going to be joining us here in a couple days. And she's also been helping out as a county employee in this interim period, helping us get by and get everything taken care of on the fiscal and financial side of things. So, do you guys have any questions about? Yeah, I think so. Accepted the offer. Her name is Laura Zuber. She'll be starting on Monday.
Very good person.
Yes.
Heard a
Highly
lot
recommend.
of good comments about
Yeah,
it.
she's extremely
Yeah.
solid, good resource.
Yes. So you guys will all get to meet her next month for the Board of Health meeting.
Okay, any other questions? Make a motion to approve the financial report as presented.
Make a motion.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So review and approval of department expenditures. What's that?
I'm gonna be privileged.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Moving on to employee recognition, which I just had in this packet for July.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, sorry. Okay, I did skip over it. Sorry.
So we do have, it's a reoccurring grant that we're getting, however, we're getting increased funding for FY '24. And it is the Emergency Senior Services Grant. So previously, it was a $100,000 grant that covered 2 fiscal years. And now it's gonna be a $300,000 grant going to cover 1 year. So they substantially increased our funding for it. It won't change any of the, health fund dollars that we use. It's just gonna allow us to buy more client goods to be able to provide to our senior clients. And Teresa, if you wanna expand on any more that I didn't mention, feel free.
I don't really think so. We anticipate purchasing, and things we purchased in the past have been it's called gap funding essentially. So things that they cannot get through Medicare, Medicaid, maybe it's a lift chair to help them stay safely in their home. We've helped a lot with extermination. There's no way for a lot of our seniors to have bed bugs treated. We could utilize this funding for bed bug treatment. We've utilized it for gapping the services, the power bills, with the power bills being so high, paid for a lot of power bills, water bills, essentially anything that can help keep that senior safely in their home. So the majority of that $300,000 would funnel straight through to purchasing things for the clients.
Okay, we don't need to vote on that because that's gonna go before the county board to approve it, right?
Well, we don't have a resolution.
So we don't have a resolution for that?
I'm wondering if maybe we should have.
I don't know, it's existing on, we've had the same funding for the past 3 years, I don't know.
Let me look
I
into
think
it.
it's just more informational purposes, right?
It's us requesting to make the application.
Because it will change our FY '23 budget, right?
24.
24,
Okay.
sorry. Well, no, it'll change our our.
Then I'll make a motion
FY
that we
23.
approve this grant for FY '24 senior services funded through Illinois Department of Aging. Need a second?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, department division reports. Anybody have any questions on any of those?
Just want to give a couple small updates for,
Okay, please do.
what's going on here. I obviously shared that we do have a new, accounting person starting here on Monday. I also want to congratulate Brian Wood for being promoted into the Director of Environment. And Amber Holthouse is not here tonight, she's on vacation, but she was promoted into the Director of Nursing. And so we are excited to be filling some positions and obviously are continuing to work towards filling all of the other vacant positions. The other thing I was gonna just bring up tonight is I wanted to propose that we get rid of the live streaming and the recording of open session meetings. The live streaming was only happened because of COVID, allowing people to attend our meetings who didn't, feel comfortable attending in person. And the only reason, to my understanding, is that we've recorded it is because we previously did a verbatim transcript. But because we don't do that anymore, Sue just basically has a template that she uses to say, what the brief discussion was and, who the first and second vote was on each matter. I did, check this with Mike Baggett just to make sure that it is in compliance, and it is. And it doesn't necessarily require a vote from the board, but I just want to make sure that there's nobody who's, strongly opposed to getting rid of that. We would still record closed sessions because we have to by law. But everything else, we will just move back towards what was prior to COVID. So if everyone is in agreement with that and doesn't have any opposition to it, we will implement that effective next month.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it does require an action from us, so
Yep.
it's totally your discretion on that, so,
Sounds good.
but thanks for the information.
And
Okay, I'm gonna back up and then you can pick back up on the rest of your new business. So employee recognition, July anniversaries, Evan Trimby, who I know is closer in the building somewhere, and Amber Holthouse, which is on, Melissa Williams, Susan Urquhart, Lindsay Miller, and Jill Leonard. So thanks everyone for your service. Okay, get myself back on track again. Okay, Linda already gave a presentation on the Lyme's disease, so we've covered that. So new business, Lindsay.
I am currently working on the FY '24 budget that will start on December 1st of 2023. And obviously have never been through the whole budget process with the board, so I am learning that as I go. May reach out to some of you who are more familiar with it, so if you hear from me in the next couple weeks or days, don't be surprised. But I am working closely with the county auditor's office, and they've been very helpful, but I do plan to present the budget at the August meeting. And
Okay,
then go from
when you
there.
do that, probably before that, we probably should have a finance committee meeting. Don't you think so, Candy? The finance committee needs to meet with you
Okay.
and work on that.
Okay,
So look at your calendar and let us know some open dates. But we should do something on that before next month's board meeting for sure.
that sounds
Because
good.
I saw that on the radar, so it's like, because last year we spent, we had 2 or 3 meetings going over the budget. The finance committee did,
Okay,
trying to get some things ironed out with pay adjustments and some other line items. So that's something that the finance committee needs to be involved with you on finalizing that. So, okay,
Speaking of finance, the bonuses, retention, those were taken care of, right? Everyone has received them at this point?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
okay. Macon County Board Resolution.
So the first one is regarding approving an increase in appropriations in the FY '23 health fund budget for the purchase of new dental equipment. And that includes the 4 delivery carts and 1 chair. Those of you that were present last month, I think everyone in the room was, Kim, our dental director or coordinator, she presented on the, need for dental equipment. And so we can start requesting to use health funds to be able to purchase that equipment.
And that'll be voted on next month's county board meeting then.
Yep, I will, if it goes through tonight, I'll present it this Thursday at the EHW meeting, and then the county board meeting is the, second week of August, first week of August? And then after the final approval, we'll go ahead and purchase the equipment.
Okay, need a motion to approve this as presented. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, next resolution.
And the next one is regarding the compensation market study analysis that we've talked about through Clifton Larson Allen, which is the same compensation company that Champaign County used and had very positive feedback from their administrator who's been around, I don't know. You guys, some of you know her, she's probably 17 to 20 years.
Is this the
So-
company you talked about a couple months ago? Because I wasn't here last month.
Yes. Yeah, it's the same company and there's actually a lot of different public health departments that are looking into and or using this company. It was discussed at my most recent public health administrator meeting that takes place in Springfield. This is kind of the company that everybody seems to think is the best option for doing our specific line of work. They're familiar with governmental funding and do a lot of work for health departments. So I am requesting an increase in appropriations in our health fund budget to complete the salary assessment by Clifton Larson Allen, and that would be in the amount of $24,000.
Okay, motion to approve this as presented. Cody first, Marcia seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, Lindsay, you have anything else that you want to go over? Okay. All right. Anything from our wonderful staff in the back? Kim's already had her 15 minutes. Marissa, Teresa, you guys, Karen, guys, got anything?
Good.
Mr. Woods?
Hiding over there.
He doesn't know if he has anything.
I'll ask Susan.
Do you have any words of wisdom to share with the rest of the class? Okay.
He's a good student.
Who else back there? Is that it? Did I cover everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, In that case, we will let you guys go enjoy your meeting because we're going to go into closed session.
See you later.
Thanks, guys.
Night, guys.